3 word parts on it. Some of you might be already noticing there's a suffix. A suffix usually comes at the end of a word and it has meaning. Do we see a meaningful suffix on this word? Here it is, full. Let's put a box around the suffix full. When we take off the full, we see a word, deceit. So deceit and deceitful. There's also a prefix on the word, and we're going to circle it. Our prefix is D, D-E. Go ahead and circle our prefix D.
Oh.
And we have a root that comes from the Latin language, and that root is seat. So let's go ahead, we're going to label these prefix, root, and suffix. Nice job. Our suffix full means full of. So I'm going to write F-U-L over here, and I'm going to put an equal sign. Equals full of. Seat is our root. I'm going to write it up here with an equal. And the meaning of seat means to ensnare. Ensnare is another word for trap. To ensnare or trap. Oops, I did that. And sometimes it also means to hide. And our prefix D, I'm going to write over here D-E, means completely. Okay, do you have that written down? Deceitful is an adjective, so it describes. So when we're thinking about this book, Castle in the Attic, deceitful is going to be a word that we use to describe someone in the book. So right here above what it is, let's put describes. Someone who. Describe someone who. I like the way some of you are working quickly to get this copied down for me. Describe someone who does what? Describe someone who ensnares or traps, right? So describe someone who ensnares or traps. You might already be thinking about, I wonder which character is going to be described as ensnaring or trapping. What else did we see that it means? Describe someone who hides. Okay, eyes up on the context clue. We're going to see if we're on the right track. We're going to read the context clue and see if we find a word that tells us we're on the right track for the meaning of this word. Go ahead and read it with me. On Saturday morning, William took the picture of Mrs. Phillips' husband and her mother's pearl circle pin and hid them in the shoebox that held his rock collection. Do we see a word that tells us we're on the right track? What? Show me. Some of you found it. Look, look, look. Do you see a word there that tells us we're thinking the right thing? Angelica? Hid. That's our context clue. Let's underline it. Hid. Now, some of you might be surprised. I am. I thought that this was not going to be, this was going to be a bad guy they were talking about. But who are they talking about here? The main character, William, right? So William is being deceitful. He's hiding things. Let's see if we can find another word in the second sentence that helps us understand deceitful. Read it with me. William lies when his mother asks him if he's seen Mrs. Phillips' things. Turn to your partner. What word did you pick out of there that might mean deceitful?
He lied to his mother.
Eyes up. Eyes up. What word, everybody?
Lies.
Oh, you're so smart. Let's underline it. Lies. We'll put it right here. So someone who is deceitful, ensnares or traps, hides and lies. Talk to your partner. How would you describe William here? What kind of a person is he being?
He's hiding. Taking things from. I have the word.
You had the word. Can you describe it a little bit? And maybe we can come up with that word you're looking for.
Kind of tell the truth.
Doesn't tell the truth. Good thinking. So you're thinking of the opposite of lying is truth. So someone who doesn't tell the truth is deceitful. Good. Eyes up here. Do we have another word that would help us understand deceitful? I'm going to show you something. Lizette has this nice pencil and I kind of like it, so I'm going to try something. Watch me. What am I doing? Am I sneaky? Do you think someone who's deceitful is sneaky?
Yes.
Okay, let's write it down. Okay. So let's come up with what it isn't. What's the opposite of trapping or ensnaring something?
Not letting them free.
Everybody?
Giving it back.
Giving it back, letting it go, letting it free. Okay, I'm going to put the one I heard first, letting it free or letting it go. When I took Lisette's pencil, I hid it, right? What would be the opposite of hiding it?
Not showing.
Showing it? Uh-huh. Another word for showing is reveal. To show or reveal. I know that Emily knows the next one because she was talking about it with her partner. What is the opposite of lies, Emily? Truth. Nice work. Tell your partner, what do you think the opposite of sneaky is? Tell your partner.
Askful. Polite. Polite. Askful. Honest with true.
Lying.
Okay, tell me some of your ideas. Tell me some of your ideas. Let's get you back.
This, that.
Great. Okay, an idea here? The opposite of sneaky is?
Sneaky is acting politely.
Being polite. Do you like that idea? Okay, other idea, Amber? Give it back. Anley? Ask.
Being honest.
Honest.
Like asking if you can use that.
Who else used the word honest? Margaret, thank you. Okay, so let's use polite/honest. So that we get both of those ideas on there. Can you think of people in the news or things in the world where we see people being deceitful? Being sneaky, lying, hiding, trapping. Things you've seen on the news? Right back
I
here.
heard my friends talking about a dog being shot in Paris, or someone being shot, and his dog got shot.
So, do you think those terrorists were being deceitful, hiding, sneaky, doing some bad things? Okay. We have those terrorists in Paris were being deceitful, causing trouble, weren't they? Okay. Let's look at, I'm going to call on Tony. Everybody track Tony. Everybody looking. Yes, Tony.
I heard some of my friends talking about robbing in Spokane.
Uh-huh. Okay, so robbers in Spokane would be deceitful. Or any robber, really, but that's a current one you heard, was something that happened in Spokane. Okay, right here.
What did you say? What is that? How do you pronounce it? Like when you're getting arrested and you're denying an arrest.
Denying arrest. Okay, I like that. Denying arrest. Okay. This is a time where you're going to sketch something, okay? You might sketch something that pertains to your life, or it might be something that happened in the news, okay? So go ahead and start sketching. Azra.